What is parricide? Ano po ba ang ibig sabihin ng parricide? Parricide po ang topic natin ngayon. Alamin natin kung ano ba talaga ang parricide. I would like to read the People versus Malubago. The key element in parricide is the relationship of the offender with the victim. In the case of a spouse, the best proof of the relationship between the accused and the deceased is the marriage may be considered by the trial court if such proof is not objected to. So, in this case, People versus Malabago, ang relationship daw is very essential in this crime. So, dapat ma-establish ang relationship. Okay? Element of parricide. That a person is killed, that the deceased is killed by the accused, that the deceased is the father, mother, or child, whether legitimate or illegitimate, or a legitimate other ascendant or other descendant, or the legitimate spouse of the accused. The parents of the victim or the child is not included in the term ascendancy or descendancy. So, ang ascendancy and descendancy, ang ascendancy is yung lolo at lola. And descendants and descendant also is yung apo. So, dapat daw in parricide, dapat ang relationship ng ascendant at sa descendant must be legitimate. Otherwise, the crime could be murder or homicide. But in a case of mother, father, or a child, whether legitimate or illegitimate, basta ang pumatay ay ang tatay at pinatay niya yung kanyang anak, parricide yon, whether legitimate or not. Kung yung the same case kung ang nanay pinatay niya yung anak niya and vice versa. So, legitimate man yan or hindi, basta mother, father, child, then the crime would be parricide. But with respect to spouse, if ang wife pinatay niya ang kanyang husband, there should be a legal marriage. Otherwise, the crime could be murder or homicide, as the case may be. So, dapat kasal para parricide ang kaso, ang crime. Okay? So, the child should not be less than 3 days old, otherwise the crime would be infanticide. So, dapat yung bata hindi less than 3 days old para pasok siya sa parricide. Question. If brother A killed brother C, is it parricide? No, because collateral relationship is not included in the crime parricide. Only parricide punish those who killed his father, his mother, or his child, whether legitimate and illegitimate, and other ascendant or descendant must also be legitimate and spouses. So yun lang po ang covered ng parricide. Hindi po covered dito ang magkapatid. Uh, Cousin, walang hindi po sila kasali. Dahil ang parricide po ay direct line po. Wala po ditong collateral line. With the exemption of spouse. And the spouse should be legitimate. Otherwise, the crime would be parricide, murder or homicide. So, yun lamang po. Maraming salamat.